everyone! Welcome back to my channel. My name is Crystal, just in case you're new here, and today I have my O.W.L.s TBR for you. I am so excited to be participating for my third year in the O.W.L.s Readathon, hosted by G at Book Roast. All the information to this readathon will be linked down below. And I just want to congratulate G on an amazing job that she continuously does for this readathon. Every year she crafts this amazing, almost like a handout of all the career paths you could choose, and take your O.W.L.s in April and then take your Newts in August. So if you're new to this readathon, it's really amazing, especially for the Harry Potter fans in the world like me. I can't go to Universal, unfortunately, because of what's going on. I did have plans to go this month, so it's more fitting for me to do this readathon than any readathon that's out there right now for the month of April. And luckily with this readathon, you still have some time if you'd like to join us with this, because it is the entire month of April. So if you pick a career that has maybe 3 prompts, you could totally do this whole readathon in a week if you'd like. So you have the entire month to join us. So for now, let's just get into my TBR, and I'm going to tell you which career path I chose this year. The career path I decided to choose this year is Curse Breaker, which I will put a little picture of what that is right here. But there's a couple of prompts here, but I'm not working this month, obviously, because of the whole world being shut down. So I wanted to take on a career that'll be a little bit more challenging to me and pick books that are a little bit more challenging to finish throughout this month. I've been watching so much TV and I want to read more. I haven't been able to read, so hopefully now with this whole stack of books that I got over here, I'll be able to read. She crafted such an amazing O.W.L.s document this year. I mean, I just don't know how she does it. I don't know how she has the time to do any of it, so full credit to her. And if you want to check out everything, like I said before, everything will be linked down below. So I'm going to read you the O.W.L.s that I have to take for Curse Breaker this year for 2020, and also the prompts that go along with that, and which books I'm going to be reading for those prompts. So it sounds really difficult, and when I first joined the readathon, I was a little scared because there was so much in depth for a readathon. I was used to readathons where it was read a book with a purple cover, you know? So this definitely goes more in depth, and you feel like you're a part of something. And that's what I really love about the Magical Readathon. So let's just get into the prompts. So I have my computer in front of me that I'm reading off of, by the way, guys. The first O.W.L.s that I have to take is Ancient Runes, and that brings me to Heart Rune. Heart on the cover or in the title. And for that, I picked Heart Shaped Box by Joe Hill. I have not read this yet. It's been sitting on my shelf collecting dust. I've tried to pick it up and I just haven't been in the mood for it. So finally now I have a prompt where I have to read this. It's the only book that I own, I believe, that has heart in the title, so it's totally meant to be. So can't wait to read this. It's been high up on my TBR. I've heard nothing but amazing things about it from other Joe Hill fans, from Stephen King fans, and I don't know why I just haven't read it yet. So this book is about a guy who buys a heart-shaped box, I think on an eBay or the internet, and it's haunted or something. It sounds pretty cool from what I remember. It sounds pretty cool. Any ghost type of story, you know I'm into. So, and it's by Joe Hill, who I adore. Next O.W.L. I have to complete is Arithmancy, and that is Magical Qualities of number 2. Balance opposites, read something outside your favorite genre. And for that, I picked Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier. Now, the genre per se would be literary fiction or psychological thriller, maybe. But in my eyes, this is a classic because of the time period that it was written. It is labeled as a classic, and I don't really read much classic. That's not really my thing. So I'm gonna give this a shot. Even though I did give it a shot, I couldn't get into it. Maybe because I had a lot of stuff going on and I was working overtime. So now that I have some time, I really want to get into this and see what everyone is talking about. My friend Carol loved this book. This is one of her favorite books of all time, and I want to know why. So hopefully this works out for me. Like I said, I don't read much classics, so this is definitely something that's out of my typical genre. The next Owls I have to complete is Charms, and that is Lumos Maxima, read a book with white on the cover. And that is The Library of the Unwritten. I received an ARC of this book and I just never got to it. And it sounds like something that I'm gonna love because it's about a library, number one. And it has horror tropes to it because it is a library in hell. It's definitely been intriguing me and I keep staring at them on my bookshelves, but I haven't picked it up until now because I have a reason to. I'm being told to because I have to pass my Owls this year. The next Owls I have to complete is Defense Against the Dark Arts, and that is, let's see, that is Grindylows, a book set at the sea or the coast. And so for this is a book that I've been wanting to get my hands on for a while. I heard about it a really long time ago and it just came out in March, and that is The Deep by Alma Katsu. Now this is a ghost story / supernatural thriller about historical fiction about the Titanic and the Britannic, I believe. I don't really know much else. I want to say that there possibly is like mermaids in this. So it definitely has to do with the sea. It definitely has to do with the ocean and supernatural creatures. So I'm really looking forward into getting into that. I also have been wanting to read The Hunger by Alma Katsu. I heard she's an excellent horror writer. She also is like a supernatural horror writer that she takes historical events and she puts a supernatural twist on them. So her as an author is very intriguing to me. So I've been really wanting to get to this book and let you guys know what I think, because she may be a newfound favorite horror author. I don't know. We'll see. The next Owls I have to take is Potions, and that is read a book under 150 pages. And for that prompt, I picked Through the Woods by Emily Carroll. I heard really great things about this short story graphic novel collection, and it is under 150 pages. I heard it's terrifying and I can't wait to read it. I've had it, I've owned it for a while. A friend of mine gifted it to me. I just never read it. I had plans on reading it around Halloween, but I just never got to it. So I'm looking forward to picking this up. And the final Owls I have to take this year is Transfiguration. And now this is Animagus Lecture, a book series that includes shape-shifting. And so for that, I am going with Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. I have my Sirius Black shirt on today, as you guys could see. This is my favorite Harry Potter book. This is my favorite movie in the series. This is my favorite book in the series. I love Sirius Black. He is my all-time favorite person, and I have the biggest crush on him. But I figured it wouldn't be an Owls without including this book in my TBR. And of course, it does have shapeshifters in it. If you've read it before, this is not spoilers. Sirius Black definitely, he shapeshifts a little bit. He turns into a dog. So I figured that this would be pretty fitting, and I'm in need of a Harry Potter reread. I just feel like this book and this series makes me feel everything's going to be okay, and I can't visit Harry Potter World for a really long time, so this will just kind of transport me there imaginatively, and I'm excited to reread it again. I also know that G from Book Roast is reading this with her patrons, and she's reading this for her Owls exam as well. That is it for my Owls TBR. I do have other books that I'm going to be reading this month, but I just don't feel like talking about them just yet, just in case I don't get to them. I haven't been making TBRs because of that. I've been such a mood reader lately. So at the end of the month, if I feel like wrapping it up and telling you guys what I've been reading, I will, just like I did in my current reads video that I just recently posted. So that's kind of how my reading is going to go from now on, just so I don't make any false promises to people. So I'm so tired of that. As you guys know, for the Constantly Reading Book Club, we are reading The Girl Who Loved Tom Gordon. So I will tell you that I am reading this currently and I'm really enjoying it. So you still have time to jump on the bandwagon to read this with us as well. Links to my book club will be down below. That is it. That's all I have for you today for my O.W.L.s exam TBR for our third year, which is pretty fitting for The Prisoner of Azkaban, which is one of the books that I'm going to be reading. So I'm reading year 3. I'm in year 3 of the O.W.L.s, and I can't wait to continue on with the magical readathon. So like I said, every link for this readathon will be down below in the down bar, and definitely check it out because you don't want to miss out on this. And it's something to do, something to focus on and put our minds to right now with everything happening in the world, something positive and something that we could do as a community. So I hope you join in for the O.W.L.s readathon this year because it's going to be so much fun and I can't wait to be a curse breaker. So on that note, I'll be talking to all you guys soon, and stay home and stay safe. Bye.